Okay, a lot of people get this question wrong, and I'm not exactly sure why. I mean, our strategy with any goal question is to make sure that we follow the goal. And the goal is pretty clear here. Which choice most effectively sets up the example discussed in the following sentence? The one example. So you need to know in the following sentence, the one that comes after what's underlined, what is the example that they're talking about? Colonial-era New Yorkers went to great lengths to secure fresh drinking water, Luria noted. Given the effort involved in laying wooden pipes to bring in fresh water from surrounding areas, digging very deep wells, brewing alcohol to mask the water's salty taste, and even importing bottled water. It's a big list of things, but those are examples of the big example that they're actually asking about, right? Securing fresh drinking water. So now we just need to kind of set that up. I'm going to skip choice A's for a second. The team's discoveries provided a snapshot of the numerous rituals associated with hospitality. I think most people recognize that this is just like a nonsense choice. It's not rituals. It's not hospitality. It's drinking water. I don't know what that has anything to do with anything. D, I'm going to skip again. How major construction projects were financed? Well, there's nothing about money, so it has nothing to do with finance. Now, C, to me, seems pretty obviously the answer. Public utility planning and infrastructure development. Well, they're planning getting water. That's a public utility. And they're developing the infrastructure by laying the pipes, digging the wells, blah, blah, blah. So that seems like a match. People put A, though. A lot. And I don't get why. I mean, it says the various kinds of construction materials that were used. Well, okay. If you want to use that, you better give me a list of construction materials because that's clearly what that piece is setting up. So where are some construction materials? Colonial-era New Yorkers went to great lengths to secure fresh drinking water. Well, water is not a construction material, so nothing yet. Luria noted, given the effort involved in laying wooden pipes to bring in fresh water from surrounding areas, digging very deep wells, brewing alcohol to mask the water's salty taste, and even importing bottled water. There is one and only one construction material in that entire sentence. Wood. That's it. So I don't know if it's that people just like focus on that word because it's a familiar word or I just don't know. Maybe choice C is very scary, like public utility planning and infrastructure development. It sounds, I'm like bored just listening to it. It sounds like, government jargon. But, I mean, A is so obviously wrong. It is not a list of construction materials. It's one that is mentioned briefly, and the real example here, like I said, is not the pipes. It's getting drinking water in the first place. So, look, if you got it wrong, I don't want to make you feel bad, but yeah, like you've got to be careful on these. This is a great example where you really are not yourself writing these essays, right? You have a goal that is given to you by the SAT, and so you need to make sure you're following that goal. And if none of the choices that you like actually accomplish that, you may end up picking a choice that you don't because it's just what's left over and it comes close enough, right? Like you would probably never write choice C because those are big words that you're not going to be familiar with or use in that particular way. But we don't have to write it. They're writing it for us. We're just choosing the best one. So focus on those goals. It really is important. This, to me, should not be one people get wrong. It's kind of clear, and it's provable, and you want to feel that provability as much as possible. And so if you knew that various kinds of construction materials meant you're going to need a list of construction materials, you would have found that that's wrong as you read this next sentence. You could have proven it wrong. Even if you can't prove C right, you could have proven choice A wrong, and that's really a totally valid way of getting the answer as well.